Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela. And I don't know if you guys remember me talking about the Druid crap the other day, but this deck and I do not get along. I want to tell you this story. This is an empty box, by the way, and I can't seem to get it open. I want to tell you guys this story. Okay, so I've known about the Druid crap forever. Oh my god, I can't get the box open. I've known about this deck forever. Even though it's totally my aesthetic, it's not a deck that I was ever drawn to purchase. And it was never on my list of decks to buy, ever. And then I had a dream that I was in Russia. Don't know why I know it was Russia, but I know it was Russia. And I was in this like kitschy little thrift store. And my sister-in-law and I were there shopping. And it was in the middle of the afternoon. And I saw this deck in this form, this smaller version, with the smaller book by Red Will Publishing, and behind a glass case. And I'm like, ooh. I said, I've seen this deck before. And he was like, he told me it was something, whatever their currency is, which would be like $15 US dollars. And I'm like, ooh, that's affordable too. I was like, you know what though? I'm not really drawn to this deck. I'm not going to get it, even though the thought of buying it in Russia intrigued me. And having a deck while I was in Russia. I don't know why I was in Russia. I don't even know where in Russia I was at. I just know I was in Russia somewhere. And then I walked out of the store. And I did not buy it. A few days later, I had the dream again. And this time, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and buy it. And I looked down and it was gone. And I asked the guy behind the counter, I was like, where's that deck at? And he goes, I just sold it. I'm actually going to get it because he had put it behind the counter. He said, I'm going to get it now so that I can give it to the person that bought it. And I'm like, what? Like, how dare you? I sell it to somebody else. So these were a couple dreams I had. And then I went to my local metaphysical store and I told her about the dreams because I was looking for it. I was like, if it's here, I'll buy it. She always has this deck in stock. And yet the one time I went to go get it, she did not have it. And I told her the story about the dreams that I'd had. And she goes, that's funny because this morning, she goes, this is the very first deck I bought. It's the deck I learned tarot on. And just this morning, I thought to myself, where is my Druid craft? And I get to work. She got to the metaphysical shop. And something told her to look in this old desk drawer that she hasn't looked at in months. And the deck was in there. So she pulled it out and had it at the counter when we were talking. And I'm like, that's crazy. I said, maybe these dreams were about you reconnecting with your deck. Because at this time, I still have no interest in working with this deck. About 2-3 weeks goes by. No dream. And then I started dreaming that dream again where I was basically having deck FOMO because of a dream. Because every time I would repeat the same dream where he had just sold it to somebody. And I'm like, oh man, darn the luck, And I would wake up and I'm like, but why am I having this dream about this stupid deck I don't want? And then I started seeing it everywhere and everybody's talked about this deck, how much they love it, how integral it is to their practice. And I'm like, I don't get it. Okay. And I've always, all this time said, if I trim it, maybe that'll help because the borders are huge. There's 2 borders. I hate it. And I said in a video recently that this weekend I would probably go ahead and trim it. And I have. So this it was the size of the box. Now, as you can see, they're much smaller. They're more tarot size. And I trimmed them and edged them in this green. And then I got it in the mail today, this Distress ink, which I don't think came across. It is coming across a little bit of brown a little bit. And then it gave it a kind of a green micro border here because I wanted to match this green here. That's what I was trying to do, which I thought came out pretty good. I love that it's tarot size now. Sorry, I paused it because I was going to show you the comparison from the Smith-Waite tarot of the size it is now. And it's actually a little bit taller than this, like a hair taller than the Smith-Waite. And it's a hair slimmer than the Smith. I mean, it's a hair different. Hair's both difference. So it is more like tarot size now, which I love. And I was glad that I was able to, because this is kind of still centered because I took all the borders off. And I had a hell of a time trimming this deck because it seemed like everything was off. I measured everything down to the wire, down to, I mean, everything got measured, and yet I was still trimming and trimming and trimming and trimming. My first card I tried to trim, I was going to just leave the green border, and I miscalculated my measurement, and I wound up cutting the whole border off. I'm like, but, I mean, it just came just to the wire, so there's no border, but the picture is still, all of the image is still there, which I love. And I'm like, well, that's what I was really going for anyway. And then here, some of these are off because the wording is off here. I had a hell of a time doing all four sides of these. And then, for some reason, my marker kept acting like it was going to go out when I was edging it. And I'm like, it's a brand new marker. What is happening? It's like this deck fought me the entire way to get it exactly what I needed to get. And I'm like, this is why I don't want to work with you. But here's the thing, okay? It's beautiful, beautiful. I think it came out great. It's so glossy that everything wipes off of it. But just like with I talked about my Deviant Moon the other day. There's so many things I did not notice in this deck before. I knew it was my aesthetic. I could not get past the borders. The fact that there was not one white, huge, ugly border, but then the green border too. I'm like, why are there so many borders on this deck? And then I get it down to tarot size, and the borders are gone, and it's like the art is breathing now. I can feel it. It's hitting parts of me that, it wasn't before. And I'm just noticing how close up the images are, how vivid the skies are. Like, everything seems closer now. And that's got some stuff going on there, which I'll have to fix. Stunning cards now. I mean, they're stunning. I'm noticing the colors are brighter. Look at that tower. Like, come on. Yeah, I'm noticing the skies for sure. Even in like this one, the sky is stunning. Just stunning. He feels closer. Like, the skies are the big thing I'm noticing in this deck, and how green everything is. It's so much more potent without borders, and I am loving it. And I'm like, never thought I would say this about this deck. It's stunning. Like that one. I mean, that without the borders, that specific image for some reason does something to me. The water here. I was so stunned or stunted by the borders that I could not see how beautiful this deck is. I mean, I knew it was pretty, but without the borders, it is so much, there's just so much more to it. I mean, I love it. Some of that. Like this Ace of Wands, gorgeous. The skies here. There's one in particular I'm trying to find. I love this Princess of Cups. It's just stunning. This deck is stunning now. Six of Swords. I mean, it's crazy how it's the same deck, but it's not. The energy is completely different now that the borders are gone. And I had a feeling that would happen. Just the fact that this deck fought me to get everything the right width and size and everything just blew my mind, because I'm like, I'm going to really hate this deck by the time I'm done modding it. And then I finished modding it and I looked at the cards and I'm like, they're gorgeous. Totally different attitude on this deck. I still don't feel drawn to work with it as of this moment, but I'm more likely to work with it. Look at this Chariot. It feels like the Chariot is pulled in super close. So stunning. The Lovers, you almost feel like you're in there with them, intruding. And then I didn't notice, like, some things I haven't noticed before because of the borders. Never noticed the little guy down here, the little water fountain thing. Little green man. The sky and this Justice, just the owl. The green looking creepy eerie skies in this. The Hermit has one too. Never noticed it. It was just, I'm like, what? How? Yeah, look at that Hermit. Stunning. Like, how did I not notice this? This is another one, the Princess of Wands. It feels like she's taken a step forward in the card now that the borders are gone. And she's super close. Okay, here's the one I was like, what in the hell? Because I did not notice that there were two roads in this card. And there's Two of Swords. Yes, Two of Swords. There's two paths, two decisions. I didn't realize there was actually two paths in this card until the borders were gone. And I'm like, how did I not notice that? There's so much more. There's so much more now. The blues in this are just... Look how it just... It comes to life more now. With so much more. The colors are richer, darker. I didn't never notice the cat here. Looks like a tiger almost. Yeah, he's got a tiger rubbing up on him. Didn't notice it before. This one, this Eight of Cups is gorgeous. I did not notice. And I don't, this Five of Pentacles, I've been using this deck this week. So far. It's Tuesday. This card has fallen out a couple of times already. And I'm like, why? Five of Pentacles. Princess of Swords, or Prince of Swords. Serenos. Ten of Wands. I mean, the skies are stunning. Yeah, this King of Swords, stunning sky. And I'm just showing you guys all the cards and what they look like now. Look at the sky. I mean, that one's, there's paint on it. That's why. Stuff that may not come off, but there's some stuff there. That is not paint. I don't know what that is. I'm going to have to clean that off. Look at this Ace of Cups. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. This Five of Wands. Stunning. The Moon. Stunning. And then the Princess of Swords. Stunning. It doesn't shuffle any better than it did before. I did have, there are some, it's not exact. But they do shuffle. I mean, I can hold them better and shuffle. I think because it's so glossy, it doesn't shuffle as well as I wanted it to. But I just wanted to show you guys the mod I did on this deck. And I'm blown away at how much the energy has shifted just from trimming the edges off of it. It's stunning now. And like I said, I'm much more likely to work with it now than I did previous. And maybe there's a lesson in all that. I'll have to meditate on that. But just the fact that I dreamed about this deck for so long and then I bought it. Even me buying it was like, okay, if it goes on sale, I'll buy it. And then it went on sale for $15, which is what I bought it for in the dream. And I'm just like, okay, craziness. So maybe there's more to it. And maybe now that the borders are trimmed off, I will be more likely to work with it and figure out exactly why it was haunting my dreams. But I can also do a spread too with it to find that out. But let me know what you guys see the tea-stained distress ink? Because I don't. I mean, I don't. And I scrubbed the crap out of it with the other deck. I don't see it. But if you guys see it, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, please subscribe. And you guys have a great evening. Bye.